Joshua 12. Here we read of the amazing campaigns of Joshua, how he destroys really all the Canaanite tribes and he captures the land of Canaan for Israel. And everything he took, we're told. He gave it to the tribes of Israel to possess: the mountains, the lowland, the slopes, the wilderness, all of it. And yet you go on to read that in fact, no, Israel started off just living down in the valleys and they let the Canaanites still live up in the hills. They didn't bother possessing the hills and the slopes, although Joshua had actually conquered them. And very soon those Canaanites came down and attacked the Israelites and took over the fertile land in the valley again, and the Israelites went and lived up in the hills. So you see then how Joshua had actually conquered the kingdom and given it to them, every nook and cranny of it. But they didn't make good on it. Now, Joshua is the same word, Yahoshua, as Jesus in Greek. Same word. So we could say that Joshua, Jesus, is a type of the Lord Jesus Christ. The kingdom has been made possible for you and me. Every nook and cranny of your weakness, every possible potential barrier to you inheriting the kingdom, every potential obstacle has been overcome and conquered. And yet we're going to come to our grave planks imperfect, not having made good on what he has done. But this is the challenge. When you look in your life and you see ingrained habit, ingrained paths of thought that it seems I cannot overcome, and we give up and say, well, let that live up in the mountains, let that be. I'll just get on with a minimalistic sort of approach. No. Don't be like that, because all your weaknesses have actually been dealt with. Every single obstacle has been overcome. Do not think that there's just some parts of sin or weakness that are just going to be there forever in your life and that, well, God couldn't deal with them. No, they have all been potentially dealt with. And although we may fail by the end of our days still, of course, to have come to perfection, don't think that it is impossible to not overcome this or that. It has been overcome in Jesus.